26 minutes on to, 24 actually, 24 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. Good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, Piedmont, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Hope you had a great night. Hope you're up and about and ready to face the challenges of this brand new day. Mary E. Banks, good morning to you. Sharon Bartholomew, all the way from Northern Virginia. Samantha Williams, good morning.
Thank you for
Petlin, good morning. Veronica Sandy, good morning. Mildred Smith and Shem, good morning. Yolan Swan, good morning.
Thank you for
Cheryl Charles.
Oh, merciful Father.
Wendy Williams, good morning.
Play the music.
Veronica Sandy, good morning to you. Yulin Alexander. Petlin is in the building. Good morning, Petlin and the folks inside of Munich. I've got to go back and say belated happy birthday to Miss Remy out there in Beaton. Her birthday was yesterday. Also, the First Lady, Sister Narika at the Wester Hall New Testament Church of God. Your birthday was yesterday too, I think. Yeah.
And yes, you are my savior.
Miss O'Neill out there in Beaton. Your birthday was on Monday. Belated happy birthday to all of you. All those of you celebrating birthdays today, happy birthday to you. Michelle Bernard, good morning. Monica Mayrose Williams, thanks. She says happy birthday from Daddy Godwin. Daddy Godwin, we will talk today, okay? Valerie Farray, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well, you and the entire household. Sylvina Charles, good morning. Gigi Giles, good morning to you. Thanks, Mildred. Carlita Francis, today is your birthday. Happy birthday coming from Yolan Swan.
My help comes from the Lord.
Yeah.
I can't tell the future, neither can I say the minute of
Veronica Sandy, good morning.
my final day. But until my work,
Thank you, Lovey. Good morning.
my best.
Nice, folks. If I continue with this, the greetings are coming in, but we've got to do what we've got to do. It's time for the word of the day.
Thank you for the
And the word of the day today is Zephyrion. Zephyrion.
love you give.
Zephyrion.
Oh, merciful Father,
Zephyrion.
life for you. Play the music.
As we do it collaboratively with the TV. I'm waiting for it to come up. Nice. And it means full of or containing light breezes. Full of or containing light breezes. And here's how we can use it in a sentence. The picnic was perfect, with a Zephyrion breeze gently rustling the leaves overhead. That's the word of the day.
Me live by example.
Morning, Nadisha and the folks inside of Cafe.
In service all to you.
Abigail and Miss Holmesy and family.
Thank you.
Louie and the folks. The Sandersons, good morning. Debbie and family. Kitty Cat, Ariel, and Alwyn.
I don't know.
Mama Ken, good morning. St. David on a whole, good morning to you.
Take my
It's time for the motivational tip of the day.
oh my child. Oh my child.
Zephyrin McLeod, good morning to you. How are you doing, bro?
Hear my,
Cicely Blackman says good morning.
hear my pride.
And it says, our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Yeah, our greatest weakness lies when we give up. Yeah, do not give up.
Hear my pride.
The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time.
To start afresh again.
Nadisha, I know you like this one, right?
Life all over.
Petlin, you're celebrating tomorrow. I think we got to do a picnic somewhere, man.
It's for tomorrow.
Hey, folks, it's 20 minutes on to the 7 o'clock. We've got the nutrition health tip coming up.
For all you done for me. Yes, Lord. Oh, Father. Thank you for another day. Oh,
Nutmeg Queen, good morning. She says, happy birthday, sir. Have a fantastic day on purpose. How do you do that? Adriana Cabrera, good morning. Zephyrin, are you on island? Oh, you came to celebrate my birthday with me. Wow, that's nice. That's awesome.
Follow these steps and you'll be fine. Drink lots of water.
The sugars that are found in processed and manufactured foods are not the same as those in fresh fruits and vegetables and milk. Foods that contain naturally occurring sugars are healthier because they tend to be lower in calories and sodium and have a high water content, which contains many important vitamins and minerals that the body needs. Naturally occurring sugars are present in everyday foods like fruits and starchy vegetables, whole grain foods and minimally processed carbohydrates like brown rice and whole grain pasta, and even milk products like yogurt and cheese. When consumed, naturally occurring sugars are not digested as quickly as refined and processed sugars. This reduces the likelihood of blood sugar spikes and drops. Additionally, the Center for Healthy Eating and Activity Research states that fruit and dairy contain fructose and lactose, which are digested slower than added sugars, and keeps your metabolism stable over time. Sugars found naturally in food are more than enough to sustain your body. Natural sugars are processed more slowly, meaning you will have a gradual supply of glucose, preventing your blood glucose levels from rapidly dropping, which results in a feeling of hunger, leading to excessive eating and weight gain. When you choose to eat whole foods, you are choosing to eat healthier sources of sugar. Meals that include lean protein with vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, beans, and seeds digest more slowly and keep your blood glucose levels stable. The Cancer Center advises to drink more water or low-fat milk, limit your consumption of candy, chocolates, cakes, pies, pastries, and cookies, limit sugary beverages such as soda, fruit punch, flavored milks, and fruit drinks, and learn to read food labels to help you make informed choices when purchasing foods. Natural honey, molasses, unrefined maple syrup, fruit purees, dates and prunes, and stevia are examples of healthy alternatives as they maintain more nutritional value and can be used in moderation in place of refined sugars. Follow the GFNC on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more information on good nutrition and healthy living. Until next time, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council reminds you to look, eat, and feel well.
Rolls ring a bell? Yes.
Yeah. 16 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. All right, Patsy Wilson says, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thanks, and same to you. Catherine Phillip, okay, you all just know. Donna Isaac, thank you. Mary E. Banks, thanks. Oh, my goodness. We've got to see what's buzzing this morning. All right, buzzing this morning. And one of the first stories I want to bring up, Kirani James, he is listed to receive a doctorate, honorary doctorate from the University of the West Indies. That's awesome news. All right, other stories buzzing this morning. We've got attorneys cites gender imbalance in jury selection pool. And Kendra Hopkins has been appointed as the fourth president of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association. In the region, U.S. lists Jamaica among 4 major transit drug-producing countries in the Caribbean. All right, internationally, Sean Diddy Combs charged with sex trafficking by force and racketeering. And in sports, ICC announces record prize money for Women's T20 World Cup. We've got the details to this and more in the news, which comes up right after this.
So even though my life is filled with so much ups and
Residents of St. Patrick, are you ready to take action in the fight against climate change? The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, in collaboration with the NAP Global Network and the G-Cruise Project, presents Everyone in Action for Climate Change Adaptation, a series of community meetings on climate change adaptation and resilience. You are invited to come out to the St. Patrick Anglican Primary School on Wednesday, 18th September, starting at 5 p.m. with an exhibition and from 6 p.m. with the official start of the meeting. Transportation will be provided. Let's hear about the changes in your environment and the methods you use to adapt. Let's talk climate change. Let's talk adaptation. Let's talk resilience. See you there.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. Coming up in the news, attorney cites gender imbalance in jury selection pool. Kendra Hopkin appointed 4th Vice President of Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association. And Grenada's Kirani James enlisted to become an honorary doctor from the University of the West Indies. In the region, U.S. lists Jamaica among 4 major transit drug-producing countries in the Caribbean. Internationally, Sean Diddy Combs charged with sex trafficking by force and racketeering. And in sports, ICC announces record prize money for Women's T20 World Cup. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
As we get ready to give thanks, the long Thanksgiving weekend. Legends Promotions presents the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Grenada Trade Center at 7:30 p.m. Featuring the 1980 Calypso Monarch, Survivor. Together with Stubbles. 10 times Calypso Monarch, Scholar. Alongside Luther, Tobago Crusoe, and 7 times Soca, and 10 times Road March King, Super Blue. Super Blue. Tickets cost $60 and are available at all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, Wall Street, Grenville, and Guelph, Springs Shopping Center, St. David's Pharmacy, Clear Vision Eye Care Center, on the Carinage, and Gittins Pharmacy, St. George's. It's the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Thanksgiving weekend, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. You can't afford to miss this one.
We're the Caribbean.
as GBN brings you the thrilling coverage of this year's Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League. Please note there will be some adjustments to our regular programming lineup. From Tuesday, September 17th to Friday, September 20th, transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN Television News will air at 6 p.m., followed by a repeat right after the CPL match. And don't miss the rebroadcast of transitions after the news repeat. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere with the best.
Good morning with the news in detail. I am Gordon Joseph. Grenada's Kirani James is among 13 individuals set to receive honorary doctorates from the University of the West Indies during the upcoming graduation ceremonies across the university's 5 campuses. In an official statement, UWI confirmed its ongoing tradition of recognizing distinguished individuals from the Caribbean for their outstanding contributions to the region. According to the University Council, this year's recipients have excelled in various fields, including advocacy, medicine, tourism, culture, sports, business, education, science, and music. Kirani James, renowned for his athletics achievements, will be conferred the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, or LLB. James, who made history as Grenada's first Olympic gold medalist and remains a prominent figure in international track and field, is being celebrated for his excellence in sports and bringing global recognition to his home country. Kirani James is one of only 9 athletes in history to win world titles in the youth, junior, and senior levels, and he ranks among the most decorated 400 runners of all times. His impressive achievements include 3 World Championship medals, gold in 2011, bronze in 2015, and silver in 2022, and 3 Olympic medals, gold in 2012, silver in 2016, and bronze in 2020, making him the first athlete to secure 3 Olympic individual medals in the 400 meters. Until the 2024 Paris Games, James was Grenada's first and only Olympic medalist. Beyond athletics, James holds a bachelor's degree in general business. He also serves on the board of directors of the Windward Islands Research and Education Foundation, WINREF, where he contributes to the Sport for Health program. Congratulations, Kirani. He has to be a September born, you know. All right, continuing locally, criminal defense attorney Anselm Clouden has expressed concerns about the noticeable gender imbalance in the jury selection pool for the September assizes. Clouden pointed out that out of the 170 summoned jurors, only 19 are men, raising questions about the fairness of the selection process. The summoning of jurors in Grenada is handled by the Supreme Court Registrar and is based on the electoral database. As individuals register to vote, they automatically become eligible for jury duty and are randomly selected. However, Clouden believes the system requires reform and is advocating for changes to ensure more balanced representation on juries. The Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, the GHTA, has announced that its president, Kendra Hopkin, has been appointed as the 4th vice president of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, the CHTA, and that was done during its annual general meeting held virtually on Tuesday. Additionally, GHTA's Chief Executive Officer Arlene Friday has been appointed as Vice President of the Caribbean Society of Association Executives. These appointments signify a remarkable opportunity for Grenada to make an indelible mark in the Caribbean Tourism Association landscape. And finally, the Grenada Cultural Foundation, through the Ministry of Culture, is inviting all soca artists, both power and groovy, to attend a meeting on Saturday, September 21st, 2024, from 3 to 4:30 p.m. at the Spice Basket Gazebo in Bolio in St. George. a comprehensive review on Spicemas 2024 has been undertaken, and therefore it is important to hear the views of all soca artists and for persons to be selected to represent the fraternity at the National Review on October 4th and 5th, 2024. Organizers are appealing to all to make a special effort to be on time. That concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us, the regional roundup and international developments, along with the sporting highlights and the weather. They are up next. Five minutes on to 7 o'clock. We now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Regional Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Dennis Chabrol.
And I'm Kendall Morgan with the latest from across the Caribbean.
Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness plans to challenge a contentious finding in a report by the country's Integrity Commission into its declared income and assets. The Commission's report was laid in Parliament at yesterday's sitting, and the Prime Minister was granted permission to make a personal statement on the matter.
They concluded that in one of the 5 years they examined, 2022, there was unexplained growth in my net worth of 1.9 million Jamaican dollars, or less than 1% of my total net assets. I reject this finding based on materiality and significance, and while I have not had a chance to fully review the specifics of their calculations, just a cursory review of their formula, I have seen an error in figures they have used in their calculations.
At 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., curfew is among the measures in new legislation passed in the Antigua and Barbuda Parliament to protect the country's youth and reduce their involvement in criminal activities. The measures also prohibit children from loitering in public between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. without a valid reason. The bill was one of 7 presented to Parliament over the past 2 weeks as the government moves to curb a recent spike in criminal activities, some of which involved youth gangs. Prime Minister Gaston Brown.
So this particular bill is extremely important from the standpoint of reducing the amount of loitering that is taking place among our youth during the day and nighttime hours, especially the nighttime hours. And let us not forget too that we have a growing situation in which adult men are literally picking up our underage girls. So again, very significant in terms of protecting our young females and at the same time our males, many of whom had become part of these gang networks and literally committing crimes, especially during the nights.
The Prime Minister noted the importance of promoting discipline in the society, especially among the region's increasingly delinquent youth population.
Youth delinquency is on the rise throughout the Caribbean region, and many of the acts of crime and violence that are committed within the region are committed by our youth. As a consequence, we now have a situation in which crime and violence is a public health epidemic within the Caribbean region.
In the French Caribbean island of Martinique, rising cost of living has sparked fresh violence. Reports say at least 2 persons have been shot and injured. Groups of persons erected new barricades, burnt tires and garbage on the streets in the capital, Fort-de-France. Police fired tear gas to disperse persons who blocked several roundabouts. President of Martinique's Executive Council, Serge Lechechmi, has called on the Prime Minister to implement several council recommendations to reduce the cost of living. These include a price freeze, removal of VAT on 54 family products, supervision of price margins for importers, wholesalers, and distributors.
Belize is reporting a shortage of skilled workers as the country moves closer to full employment. Prime Minister John Bersenio made the disclosure in his State of the Nation address ahead of this Saturday's 43rd anniversary of independence.
For the first time ever, 97 of every 100 Belizeans who want a job have found one. The SIB reports that the unemployment rate stood at 3% since April of this year. Never before have so many jobs been available, and never before has the minimum wage been so high. The jobs boom in the BPO sector and in the tourism industry, as 2 examples, have brought about a skilled labor shortage.
The United States has listed 4 Caribbean Community CARICOM member states as major drug transit or major illicit drug producing countries for 2025. There are the Bahamas, Belize, Haiti, and Jamaica. The Dominican Republic is also part of that list. The U.S. says the presence of a country in the list is not a sanction or penalty and does not necessarily reflect its government's drug enforcement efforts or its level of cooperation with the United States. The U.S. further explains that the reason countries are placed on the list is the combination of geographic, commercial, and economic factors that permit the transit or production of drugs or precursor chemicals.
In Haiti, the death toll in last Saturday's fuel tanker explosion has risen to 26. Haiti's Prime Minister Gary Conille has since arranged for the evacuation of critically injured patients to Port-au-Prince by a United Nations helicopter.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp on +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
And looking further afield, hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs has pleaded not guilty to sex trafficking and other charges in a New York federal court on Tuesday. According to prosecutors, he has been accused of running a criminal enterprise that relied on drugs and violence to force women to fulfill his sexual desires. Mr. Combs appeared in court after his arrest on Monday evening in New York. Now, a judge ordered him detained until his trial begins, siding with prosecutors who argued Mr. Combs represented a serious flight risk. A 14-page indictment released on Tuesday morning had charged Mr. Combs with racketeering, sex trafficking by force, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The European Court of Human Rights, ECHR, on Tuesday condemned Spain in a case involving a Jehovah's Witness who had received blood transfusions during an operation against her will. The Strasbourg-based court ruled unanimously that there had been a violation of Article 8, the right to respect for private and family life, of the European Convention on Human Rights, which read in the light of Article 9, freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. The ECHR said in a statement. The court ordered Spain to pay 26,000 euros in damages and legal costs. The case concerned blood transfusions administered to Rosa Edelmira Pindo Mula, an Ecuadorian national living in Spain, during emergency surgery against her will. Dominic Pellicot, that 71-year-old Frenchman, confessed in court that he is a rapist and guilty of drugging his wife so that he and dozens of strangers could sexually assault her. There were 50 other defendants in the mass trial, men allegedly recruited online to rape his then-wife, Giselle Pellicot. He said she did not deserve this. Dominic Pellicot is accused of administering anti-anxiety drugs to Giselle over almost a decade, from 2011 to 2020. And finally, infections of drug-resistant superbugs are projected to kill nearly 40 million people over the next 25 years. A global analysis predicted on Monday as researchers called for action to avoid this grim scenario. Superbugs, strains of bacteria or pathogens that have become resistant to antibiotics, making them much harder to treat, have been recognized as a rising threat to global health. The analysis has been billed as the first research to track the global impact of superbugs over time and estimate what could happen next. More than 1 million people died from the superbugs, also called antimicrobial resistance, or AMR, a year across the world between 1990 and 2021, according to the study in the Lancet journal. That's the regional roundup and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. The International Cricket Council, that's the ICC, has announced record prize money for more than £6 million for next month's Women's T20 World Cup. The figure of $7,958,080 is more than double the prize money for the previous tournament in 2023. The winners will take away $2.34 million, a 134% increase on the money received by 2023 champions Australia. The ICC announced in July that it was committed to equal prize money for all future men's and women's competitions. India received $2.45 million for winning the men's T20 World Cup in June. Scotland faced Bangladesh in the opening match on October 3rd. England's opening match is also against Bangladesh 2 days later. The tournament was scheduled to be held in Bangladesh, but was moved to the United Arab Emirates following civil unrest in the original host country. The last edition of the tournament was held in South Africa in February 2023, when Australia won the sixth title win with a 19-run victory over the host South Africa. That's the sports. We'll have more sports for you during the luncheon edition. Stay with us. The weather forecast is up next. Folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join my good friend Cassie Johnson at the Met Office of the MBIA. Good morning, Cassie.
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. Here is the weather for today, Wednesday, 18th September 2024. Currently at the airport, conditions are fair, winds are calm, pressure 1011.0 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature 28.6 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 86%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 32.4 degrees Celsius, minimum temperature last night 27.2 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was only a trace of rainfall at the airport, hence the total for the month remains at 68.9 millimeters. Looking at the public forecast valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunder. Today's maximum temperature 32.0 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas slight to moderate, waves 2 to 4 feet in open waters. Tides are currently falling and will be low at 10 a.m., high at 4 p.m. Sunset today is 6:05, sunrise tomorrow 5:56. Again, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunder. From the Met Office, I am Cassia Johnson.
Okay, thank you very much, Cassia. Have yourself a wonderful day now. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliment of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, neighbor.
Here's the bill I asked you to pay for me.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need. And we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use.
So while Grenada can't control fuel prices, I can conserve energy and save money.
Grenlink, energizing our Grenada.
It's 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Kirani James to be honored with an honorary doctorate from the University of the West Indies. Attorney cites gender imbalance in jury selection pool. Kendra Hopkin appointed 4th Vice President of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association. In the region, U.S. lists Jamaica among 4 major transit drug-producing countries in the Caribbean. Internationally, Sean Diddy Combs charged with sex trafficking by force and racketeering. And in sports, ICC announces record prize money for Women's T20 World Cup. That's the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
It's the event you won't want to miss. GIDC Business Deals Day is happening on Saturday, October 12th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Frequenty Industrial Park playing field. Explore the latest products and service offerings from businesses within the industrial parks. Enjoy discounts on GIDC business support services and get fantastic deals on household items, building materials, accessories, condiments, and more, with exciting prizes up for grabs throughout the day. But that's not all. Dive into a mini health fair and career expo for valuable health education and employment opportunities, all while enjoying the songs of Trio the Band and DJ Graphic Sounds. It will be a fun-filled day filled with eats, drinks, games, deals, and more. Mark your calendars and join the GIDC at Frequenty Industrial Park playing field on Saturday, October 12th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. See you there.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Coop Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
As GBN brings you the thrilling coverage of this year's Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League, please note there will be some adjustments to our regular programming lineup. From Tuesday, September 17th to Friday, September 20th, transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN television news will air at 6 p.m., followed by a repeat right after the CPL match. And don't miss the rebroadcast of transitions after the news repeat. GBN with you anywhere and everywhere with the best in sports coverage. Stay tuned and stay informed with GBN.
Good morning and welcome. It's 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's time for the conversation this morning. We had a very healthy conversation yesterday, and I like that direction, that trajectory that we're taking. I want to ask a question, all right? In addition to the fact that I'm happy that the University of the West Indies saw it fit to, bestow an honorary doctorate on Kirani James. That's awesome as well, all right? I want to ask a question, and I would like to hear from you. And as you did yesterday, I want you to be, optimistic, professional, and direct. Do you think there should be an age limit? And I know this one is very provocative. An age limit to persons' active participation in politics in Grenada? I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? However, that's what I am trying to find out. And the reason for asking that, like I said, when we talk here, the relevant people listen. Okay? So that's where I want. However, if there's something burning in your area that you'd like to bring to the fore, you can do it, but briefly and to the point. Let's go straight to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. How are you this morning?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
The same thing with me. I'm alive and thankful. I like the question you ask. But age is not really anything wrong with being age for politics, because you need to be mixed in politics. You need to have aged people, young people, not so young people. Again, it's a profession. It's not that we progressing. So if you have only aged people, then I think you won't have no young ones to follow after they reach the maximum age. But if the only thing that will be bad about it is if the aged people, I would say people on the 70s, around the 80s, if they are not doing what the people expect of them, then there should be no part of it. Because you see, we want people who could able to live the country in every form of it, not only in the political arena alone, or inside when you go to debate and things. So we need someone who holistic could see the whole of the problem of Grenada and have to solve them with the people. And so I don't see I don't jump off age, because the age people have the wisdom, for sure, but then the young people have the strength. So when you use wisdom and strength, you will be able to build your country in our capacity.
So in essence, you're saying that there should be a good blend.
A good blend
of experience and youth.
And youth, yes. But the people who experience must use experience wisely, not in a way that they will gain for themselves only, but for the people. Because remember, politics is for the people, by the people, and for the people.
Yeah.
But if it's for yourself, it doesn't make any sense. Then you get out. I like the policy that when you're not serving the people, they should recall. they should be recalled because you want to be paid to serve the people, and if you're not serving people, whether what age or your age is, whether they're middle age, old age, or young age, and you're not serving, it should be recalled.
You know, my friend, this question, right? It's a very critical question in Grenada's political landscape today. Huh?
Yes, I know.
It's a very critical question. So thanks for your contribution.
Yeah, but the one thing I want to say again, one thing is something has something burning. I have something burning, really burning with me. With those big 20 wheel, or how they call them, 18 wheel.
Those SLs
on the road, SL on the road. My God, it's a real problem for me. I don't know for other dry road user, but for me, because yesterday one time it cost me to move my road. I mean, in a sense, I wish it was there to just see that situation was there. And I said that is why you have road rage.
Yeah.
It is the reason why you have road rage, because the man want to push me on the road, that big truck come up on the Moilopi highway. The man almost pushed me off the road. Almost push off the road to get in the front and go his way. I'm not talking about the man cost me, move on the road, the man.
I do think that as it relates to that, I do think that there should be some consideration as to the size. Yeah, we know the bigger the trucks, the more tonnage they can carry and so forth. We're in the construction age and so forth. But I think in the importation of these vehicles, there are some considerations that should be given as it relates to the expanse of our road, the width of our road, our road networks. I really don't think that they are designed to accommodate this sort of big trucks. I really don't think so.
June Revolution time, they had bananas. You couldn't bring up over 16 cc's. Good morning. You couldn't bring up over 16 cc's, and because you say they're trying to protect the road because the road wasn't designed for these heavy vehicles and them. But now it's gone over. And the thing about it, they could bring them trucking in, but the drivers have to be driving more careful of other people on the road. They all are road users, and they're driving like if the road is theirs alone, them alone, paying nice. They don't care what happened to you, because when they mash you up, not happen to them, they get the high and big and mighty, but they're damaging the poor people on the ground. I wish that the what you call the traffic department could have police more to see this man when they pass in this rate and speed with the passing when they shake, when they pass your vehicle shaking.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's burning me, brother. It's burning me. It kills me inside, because you have older people on the road, you have younger people on the road who just get a license and they want to drive, and they're doing the same thing, and it's burning me. I don't know what they could do to solve that problem, but it's a serious one. Yeah. Until they kill enough of people in the road with this big long trucks and thing, then they might do something. But you have to do it now. Let us be proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah.
Let us be proactive.
Okay.
And so have a good morning, my brother.
You too. Have a good one, bro. Have a good one. All right. This WhatsApp contributor says there should be no age limit, but politicians should know when to leave the stage. Also, young people should never hesitate to enter both parties. All right, let's go to our WhatsApp platform. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent. How are you?
I am alive and thankful. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. What I call to let you know about, it's not the first time I've been calling to talk about that. We need a pedestrian crossing at the Coke factory in Tempe all around about. It is very dangerous for the people. I called, talk about that. I even called to the traffic department, nothing has been done. It's time to put a pedestrian crossing. It's only when something happens, that's when a pedestrian crossing will go. Have a good day.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one yourself. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Mr. Joseph, good morning. Greetings. I wish to deviate a bit, Mr. Joseph, on a matter that continues to reoccur, and I think it's important that I make an intervention on it. It's an issue related to grammatical pedantry. This morning, Mr. Joseph, you introduced a word, and I reiterate, that the introduction of a word every day in the language to assist our people is a good thing. I've always commended it. But I also believe that when we say things for the purpose of teaching, these things have to be properly done, properly said. You introduced the word this morning, Zephyrian, and it bothered me for a time until you spelt it. If you look well, you would see that that word, and this is not really about you, Mr. Joseph. It's just that when I say that, I'm not asking you personally, right? I'm just suggesting that if we're going to do things, let's do it well. The head word on that word is zephyr, a mild breeze. The EAN converts the noun zephyr to an adjective. Take a look at it. The pronunciation as catalogued in the dictionary is Zephyrian. Zephyrian and not Zephyrian. My suggestion, sir, that we should learn the pronunciation of the English language because the words are all catalogued in the dictionary. The stress on the word is indicated in the phonetic symbols by a minute, tiny, vertical bar at the point where the stress is, the syllable where the stress is. It is there to be learned, to be studied, and to be learned. For what it's worth, I do suggest, sir, that when you do these things in the morning, which I repeat is a good thing, but we pay attention that they're done properly. Thank you very much for what it's worth. Do have a nice day, will you?
Thank you, caller. Have yourself a great day likewise. 25 minutes after 7 o'clock, that is our time. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sweetheart. How are you doing?
I am alive and thankful.
Oh, Lord, I want to say big up to our hero this morning, Karen James.
Okay.
You done well. A gun in your hand, darling, would not have allow you to hold that post. So we love you and continue flying high. It's a pity, thank God, your mom gone on her. She should be, if she didn't go on her, perhaps you don't know how happy she would have feel and look at the son with this great honor doctor. Listen to me now. Einstein age should have no limit in politics, because politics is people, and when you get people involved with people from a young age, you will have success without even searching anywhere else. So when we're talking about politics, we're talking about people, and when you get young people like preschool, so they wanna you can't vote, they can't vote, but you let them know the basic of what a government supposed to do. You know, a government supposed to provide better health care, better housing, education. So when these children and them from young grow up and they know what a government supposed to do for them, they weren't able to give them a drink of rum at $10 to buy a piece of food and cook by the road, because they know what the country, what they expect from their country and their government. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Have a good one. 27 minutes after 7 o'clock. That is the time. As we go back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning to His Majesty, the King himself, the monarch, the King. I am so proud of you, my friend, because you're deserving of being called His Royal Highness Innocent, and I don't care who vexes you. Are the King, so put it in your pipe and smoke it. So, King Innocent, how are you doing this morning?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Great, I can't complain. And before I start my substantive contribution, it was only this morning I was talking on another station about the big trucks, and I know a lot of people was annoyed, but I couldn't really care less because I've seen it. Yes, those trucks are too big. They was not meant for the road, and I think the government time that the government clamp down on these trucks, don't give any license for importation because of the roads. And you know what? The ones that we had to pay for the roads is we, the taxpayers, the poor taxpayers of this country. And every time you look at a budget, you're hearing how much roads. So I think it's time that the government look at these big trucks. I was talking about it this morning. And also, and I heard somebody talk about it, so before you chastise me, I think it's a very good point. We need to look at that. limit these amounts of drugs they're destroying the road. Right, I don't care who vex. But I want to comment on the issue about politics, young or old, and I think that there should be a mixture of young and old, because the young people have to succeed the older ones. Because, for instance, you have a lot of the present-day politicians who has been in politics. As a matter of fact, Keith Mitchell, I think, when he ran, I think he was 25 years, subject to correction, in St. George's Northwest, where he is, where he was badly beaten by a man called, he was Minister of Finance, George Hostin, in Gary days. And from that time, he has been in politics from age 25 till now. So what I'm trying to say, and there are other examples of other persons who have been in politics. I can't really name them now because there's so many over the last 50 years who have started in politics at a young age. So I think that there should be a mixture. There should be young and old together. There's no particular age limit, because sometimes I think that in Barbados once or somewhere they had a senator who was 18, and I think that they amend the constitution or the laws, and apparently that person was very effective. I can't remember which country or which island, and he was very effective. So sometimes you have a young person that's very effective too. So there should be a mixture, really, because I think for adults, I think in Grenada adults is as of 18 years, right? So there should be a mixture of young and old, so that the young could get experience from the old and train them so that they will take over. So I don't have a problem in young people joining a party or government and being part of the political system, and I don't have a problem with that, so that they'll be able to have us succeed. There will always be a succession planning, so you won't have no problem to find leader when time comes.
Okay.
So thank you, my friend. You are the king. So all you put it in all your pipers spoken. And His Majesty, do have a great day. Will you? Bye.
You have a good one, my friend. Have a good one likewise. Let's head on to our WhatsApp platform. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, very interesting question. I always believe that some question must be guided with biblical reference. That is where we get wisdom from. In the book of Daniel, it says, your young men shall have vision and dream dreams and continue. And the book of Joel. Moses, when he was getting old and he couldn't make, he was advised to hand over leadership to a younger person to continue leading the children of Israel. Moses, while he was young now, his father-in-law Jethro said to him, Moses, you can be tiresome. You don't have to take all the burden of work in your hand. The Bible says, 70 a man lifespan, if by reasonable chance God add to your life. Now, if you go in the medical field, and doctors will say such, when you cross a certain age, your whole body starts deteriorating. Your brain gets slow, you start thinking slow, your movements and all different things. Retirement age reach 60. I believe, yes, you may have age, you want to be in politics, but I strongly believe when you reach at least 70 years, you could be an advisor based on your experience, but you should step aside and allow younger brain to work. You shouldn't beating up yourself when you reach a certain age in politics. One of the main issues that the people didn't want Joe Biden was because of his age, and now they are saying the same to Trump. That is why the young people in America gravitate to Kamala Harris. If you look throughout the globe now, a lot of our leaders, they are under age 50. We are in a new era, and we cannot think about you 80-something years. You want to lead people in this age of technology and different things. You make your contribution, you should step out, and you must learn to groom people, as the caller said before, to have a good succession plan. You mustn't tell yourself that you're indispensable and nobody else can do it. Yes, I believe, just as of your retirement age, there should be a retirement age for people in politics at the hem of the front. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. It's 26 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages.
The Grenada Motor Club will be hosting its second and final international drag racing event for 2024 at Perth International Speedway on September 28th and 29th. Expect the fastest set of drag cars and bikes the Caribbean has to offer. September 27th, meet and greet at Lavo Lanes. September 28th, test and tune bracket race qualifiers. And after drags, chill out at Sizzle Bar and Lounge. September 29th, drag race finals at Perth International Speedway. There will be a special guest appearance by one of the Caribbean's top drag racers and a special drift performance by one of the Caribbean's top drifter. Mark the dates, September 28th and 29th at Perth International Speedway is the place to be. You don't want to miss this one.
As GBN brings you the thrilling coverage of this year's Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League, please note there will be some adjustments to our regular programming lineup. From Tuesday, September 17th to Friday, September 20th, transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN Television News will air at 6 p.m., followed by a repeat right after the CPL match. And don't miss the rebroadcast of transitions after the news repeat. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere with the best in sports coverage. Stay tuned and stay informed with GBN.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Welcome back to the conversation. It's 22 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let's go straight on to the telephone. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yes. The concern I have concerning flow. Okay? As we know, the hurricane passed, Beryl passed, right? I did not know that you had to go into Flow and report that your service is down. Okay. When I realized my service was down, I made a call. I let them know that the service is down. Okay, they take the report and everything. And what they were saying to me is that, they are seeing that, okay, my service is up and running. I told the agent that, no, I'm not getting any service. Okay. When the crews that passed around, the maintenance crew passed around, they came to my house, and when they realized it was not my problem in the house itself, it was a problem on the pole. Okay, so the whole street coming down, they had this problem where they were affected by the hurricane. Mr. Joseph, don't you know that I went in July mountain to pay the bill? When I went there, I had to pay the full price, $255, okay? I said to the young lady, on several occasions, I reported that I'm not getting any service. She said to me that, okay, they are rectifying the problem. August Mountain, when you come back to pay, they would deduct whatsoever. I said to her, okay. August Mountain, Mr. Joseph, I went back again. When I went back, they said to me, some of the customer, they ain't sort out the payments yet. They don't give them the deduction, what they're supposed to get. So when I come back in September again, what I'm trying to explain, why Flow always doing the customer these kind of things? Because, okay, that's the first time for the year Beryl pass. But most of the times, myself, every time when I have a problem with Flow, when I go there, I would report the problem. When I go there, I always having a problem. I have to pay the full bill. It's time for Flow to stop what they do in the customer.
But caller, let me tell you this. You can also go to the NTRC and make your report, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to the NTRC, the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, and just go in there, and there are a group of people there who are very, very willing to take your complaint and deal with it, okay?
Okay.
So you don't Flow is not necessarily the final say. If you think you're not getting satisfaction from Flow, they have the regulatory body. So you go to NTRC, you can go and ask for Mr. Scott or any one of them, and they will assist you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
So do
very
that,
much.
all right?
Yes.
I wish I had the number for the NTRC that I could have published it. I'll get it and keep listening to the program. I'll announce the number that you can call them.
Okay.
All right.
And yes, and the other thing about it, just a little my point on young people participating in politics. I see it as a good thing because what I'm saying, okay, you have to groom, once you are a political leader or you're involved in politics, you have to groom the young people coming up. Because remember, at a certain age, you cannot no longer, run the affairs of the country. Because we know that at a certain age, our senses, we go senile, a lot of things happen to us. Okay? So at that age, I don't find that, okay, then politicians supposed to get involved. Let the young people take over, because at the end of the day, the young people, they know little. And then as the time goes by, technology increases, and the young people know what, the young people need. So I find they have to step aside. The ageable ones have to step aside, groom the young ones while they're in there. So when they step aside, the young ones will take over. Because it's a youthful nation we enter in now. That generation, the generation coming is a very young generation.
Okay.
And they knows best what the young generation needs.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Have a good one, right? Good. All right. It's 17 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Good morning, caller.
Morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
How are you, my brother?
I am alive and thankful. Welcome.
Okay. What I think is that in terms of politics, I don't think you should have a number to start, but I think you should stop at 75 maximum.
Okay, 75.
Yeah.
And what's your justification for that?
Well, as the first caller said, you see up there, we just certain age, then the brain start going away.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, this morning, I sympathize with you. And the reason for it is because it doesn't seem that certain people doesn't seem to know when they disrespecting people. You clearly state on many occasions that you don't want to be called a king. And that caller came in this morning and just keep rubbing it in, and you could feel, you wouldn't be able to express on the radio, but you could feel that you really is not comfortable with it, and it's time that people understand when they're disrespecting people, and they feel that, okay, you're the king, right, so I'll call you the king. There are certain things that people don't like, and I think that this is one thing they don't like, and people must learn to respect your privacy. And I think this woman is going overboard. And I hope you can tell her in a nice way, or a rough way, whichever way you want to do it, that you're not comfortable with it. Saying it, speaking on behalf of you this morning, you're not comfortable with it.
Okay.
And it's time that people understand that you're not comfortable with calling you the king.
Right.
Thank you, my brother.
Have a good one. 15 minutes on to 8 o'clock. So, in the final analysis, I asked this question this morning because I think it's very pertinent. This is a central talking point in Grenada today. I'm not pretending. We know what I'm talking about. So, your input is very, very much appreciated. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome.
Straight to the point. Internationalvoters.com. That's the site people go to vote for Kamala Harris. And that applies to people in the diaspora who have the passport of dual citizenship. They can vote for Kamala Harris. Go to the site, internationalvoters.com. Have a good day.
Thank you, caller. All right. Yeah, all those interested in voting for Kamala, boy, go on that site. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Welcome.
Is it your birthday today?
Yes, it is.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I call it on the back of the guy who just talked about the woman who keep calling you king. It's getting a bit too much now. She should understand that, you're no longer, anyway, that's past now. She has to change her tune.
Okay.
Regarding the politician, we need to saying it all now because, look, that is why we have a young prime minister for the young people as well as for the elderly people of Grenada. So Grenada is going in the right way. You understand? I would even go as far to say Kit Mitchell needs to hang up your belt. I hear him say the other day he's looking to do that. Well, he needs to do that soon, and maybe somebody, I know she's not that young neither, but she's young enough. Somebody like Eileen Pierre could take over. And then both parties could run Grenada and help Grenada to become a better place. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Welcome.
Mr. Joseph.
Welcome to the program.
It's a long time I didn't hear your voice, man. I feel pleased and privileged to hear your voice this morning.
What happened? Your radio and TV breakdown? Because I'm here every morning.
Yes, but I'm not using radio. I'm using my phone.
Okay. I catch your voice, man.
All right. Thanks for recognizing me on your program, man.
Well, that's what friends do, isn't it?
Exactly.
Lovely.
Exactly. I tried calling you the last time, but anyhow, I know we're going to talk about that next time.
Yeah, tell me what your thoughts are on the point. What are your thoughts on the point of the program?
Well, the truth is, maturity is a sign of experience, and age brings maturity. You grow to knowledge. In politics, if you doesn't know what is required of you as a young person, the first thing you got to do is to learn what is the prerequisites of politics or a politician. And when you reach a certain age in politics, because of your knowledge and your experience, it is time to say, well, listen, let somebody else gravitate to that position, while you might be a guiding figure or a knowledgeable person to guide them along the way. Because from being around politics from the 80s to now, like me, I have learned and known what is required as time goes on. But that doesn't mean to say I will be there as time goes on. I wouldn't be there, but I could advise someone. And I think by in the early 70s, maybe up to 75, it's a good time to say enough is enough. So somebody at 65 goes into politics, they should be able to gain a vast wealth of knowledge to guide somebody at the age of 50, 55 to get in to become a political figure or a leader of a country. And that much will speak for itself. But you have to be open as a politician. You have to be open-minded. You have to be well sorted out. You have to take advice. You have to know. You have to, your knowledge, your education, plus your knowledge will give you common sense. And common sense will give you the way forward in how to deal with everyday occurrence in our country. Technology alone don't give you what you want as a politician. But what you need to know is how to deal with the affairs of the people, what is needed for people to develop themselves. And I want to leave you with that point now. A great philosopher, a great friend of mine said one time, democracy is of, by, and for the people. Have a blessed morning.
You too. All right, we'll link up, right? Have a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, it's 9 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a final commercial break in the program. Just reminding you or informing you that we've gotten that issue with the BBC sorted out. So at 8, we have to join the BBC. So we have to keep the program on point. We take a final commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
As GBN brings you the thrilling coverage of this year's Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League, please note there will be some adjustments to our regular programming lineup. From Tuesday, September 17th to Friday, September 20th, transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN television news will air at 6 p.m., followed by a repeat right after the CPL match. And don't miss the rebroadcast of transitions after the news repeat. GBN with you anywhere and everywhere with the best in sports coverage. Stay tuned and stay informed with GBN.
The Grenada Motor Club will be hosting its second and final international drag racing event for 2024 at Pearls International Speedway on September 28th and 29th. Expect the fastest set of drag cars and bikes the Caribbean has to offer. September 27th, meet and greet at Lavo Lanes. September 28th, test and tune bracket race qualifiers. And after drag, chill out at Sizzle Bar and Lounge. September 29th, drag race finals at Pearls International Speedway. There will be a special guest appearance by one of the Caribbean's top drag racers and a special drift performance by one of the Caribbean's top drifter. Mark the dates, September 28th and 29th at Pearls International Speedway is the place to be. You don't want to miss this one.
5 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Welcome back to the conversation. Let's go straight to a telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. And what a timely conversation. I want to first of all say thank you to our parents for educating us, instilling in us good values, and teaching us to carry on with the business, having what you would call today a succession plan. When you look at the big businesses that are successful, that are carrying on around, like the Purses and the Ramsanis, and all of the other major companies, they and the Louis, the chickens, they have instilled in their children the art of continuing with the business. And we must recognize as leaders, at some point in time, we have to move on and we have to make way for the younger ones, because we taught them, we educate them, and we must show that they are capable of carrying on with the business of the company, the nation, and to let things flow. And I'm convinced that the young people are doing a fine job. They're not perfect, but they're trying. And I want to say thank to those experienced people that stay around and assist. We appreciate your service. We appreciate what you're doing. But, the two of us can work together. But at some point in time, we must recognize that our children would have to carry on with the business, especially that of the nation. Good morning to our young people that take the time off from the whatever job they would make so much money to serve us as Grenadians. Thank you, Mr. Gordon. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, caller. Have a great one yourself. It's 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock. I want to say good morning and thank you to my brother Cecil Cadet and family. Cecil says, good morning, bro. I want to wish you all the best on your 21st birthday today. Wishing you long life and the best of health with God's richest blessings. What, 21, boy? Oh, God. Good morning, caller.
Thank you. Quickly, I happened to hear on the next radio station this morning about the Peruvian of government on the 23rd of September. I don't know, probably I might be wrong. I don't know if you have any idea.
Yeah, anyway, I did that. I read that in the news earlier in the week.
Okay, all right, good. Anyway, on the idea of the age and whatnot, etc., yeah, I think it's about time. I mean, even at 60, 65, a politician should think about bowing out and leaving the situation for a younger person. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you. 2 minutes away from 8. We joined the BBC at 8. Remember that, right? So no overlapping this morning. Good? When one reaches a certain age in politics, as in any organization, there is always a retirement age which one can adhere to it or go beyond the stated age limit. All right. Just some of the comments here. It's it's important to. Okay. All right. Some of them I am trying my best to. Let's go here. Good morning, caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I am alive and thankful. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, great. Listen, wisdom has to prevail in everything, whether it is in politics, business, home, etc., any organization. A wise leader will know when it's time to cross the waves. A wise leader will know when it's time. Listen, from day one of your leadership role or function, you ought to be thinking about the future of the organization, and you must be thinking about succession planning. No, we all have an expiration date. We are not immortal. We are mortal beings, and we are going to depart this life. So it makes sense. It makes endless sense, so to speak, for a leader to know when to say goodbye. Good morning, bro.
Thank you, caller. Folks, this is where we've got to wrap it up this morning. Thank you all for your contributions. Thank you for your participation, and thank you also much for all the birthday wishes. All right, I'm gonna have a good day today. I'm gonna rest and take my meds and be good. All right, so thank you very much, and if the good Lord spare our lives, guys. We'll do it again tomorrow. Same time, same place, same frequencies and channels. Until then, bye-bye. I love you. The BBC is up next.